In this episode of Akram's Ideas, I'm going to share with you what's on my sewing table, my sewing plans for December 2016, so stay tuned! Hello and welcome. I'm Akram Burris, and you're watching Akram's Ideas, bringing creative and crazy ideas to life. In this episode of Akram's Ideas, I'm going to share with you my sewing plans for December. And if you like what you see, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And I'd love to hear in the comments below what is on your sewing table for December. With that said, let's get started. For this video, I thought we'd film outside of my sewing room. Here in the festive living room where I have my tree up, just to give it a more holiday atmosphere. Because as we all know, it is December, and many of the projects that I have planned for December are holiday themed. In fact, many of the projects I have planned for December are actually gifts, so I'm doing a lot of selfless sewing, as many others are during this time of year. So there's not a lot of projects that I can actually reveal, since I don't want to give away too much as to what I'm making friends and family. However, there are a few projects for myself and a few that I can give some sneak peeks to. The first project I want to make mention of is the little red dress project that I talked about in my On the Sewing Table November video. This project is actually put together by Renata from Running in Style, and I'll put the link to her channel and the information about this collaboration project. But basically, everybody who wants to can participate in it. The guidelines were simply to make a red dress for the holidays, and it can be any kind of dress. I think the default was to make sort of a shift dress. I made mention in my November video that I've chosen this sort of red jersey type fabric here. I also gave a little bit of a hint as to the pattern that I will be using. I don't want to give the big reveal away yet. I'll be doing a special little red dress project video that will be debuting on December 21st, along with all of the other YouTube's sewers who are participating in the project. They'll be releasing their videos about that time as well. I'll just say that it is a Tilly and the Buttons pattern, and I'm really excited about that, and excited to be a part of that project. The next project that I am working on for myself is the Marsh Mellow dress, and this is by Anna from Coco Waha Crafts, and I really liked this dress. I've seen tons of people wearing this dress on Instagram, in different YouTube videos of obviously Anna, who is the designer behind this dress. She actually did a whole video, kind of, I wouldn't say it was a tutorial, but more of a walkthrough of the pattern. There's not a lot of dialogue step by step, but she does go through the entire process of making this dress, which is really helpful, and I'll also put the link in the comments below to that video, because it just gave you a better idea of how the dress is put together and some things that you might want to look out for. But I did really love the dress, and then on Black Friday she had a sale going on, so I snagged the pattern, and I couldn't decide at first exactly how I wanted to make the dress. There were so many different variations online of people doing different mix and matches, but I decided to go with a Christmas theme for my marshmallow dress. And so I was going to use this sort of red tartan that I have. It's got this lovely forest green inside there and cream. And with this will be the main body of the dress. And with this, I'm going to pair it with this forest green contrast. And this will be the cuffs and the collar, possibly possibly the ruffle. I'm not sure if I want to do the ruffle in the green or if I want to use the tartan. It's probably all going to depend on how much fabric I actually have. But I thought this would be a lovely holiday pairing. And the marshmallow dress is kind of a loose fitted dress, so there's not a lot of fitting issues that I have to worry about. And it's pretty easy to put together as far as I can tell. So I'm really excited to get started on this make as well. So that's pretty much all I've got planned for myself. Like I said earlier, the rest of my sewing projects this month will be gift related. And while I can't go into a lot about that, there are a few that I can mention. The first one is will be making these little holiday gift tote bags. In fact, I'm actually part of a Christmas DIY gift collaboration project with several other seamstresses of YouTube. And we will be doing tutorial videos all next week on various sewing DIY Christmas gifts. And I will put the information in the comments below. I'll also have a blog post that has some information about everybody's video and what days they're going to be released. My video will obviously be next Saturday, but I'll have all the steps to make your own little holiday gift tote bag. So that's one of the things that I'll be working on this month. I'll be making various tote bags for different gifts. The next gift project that I'm working on, as always, I love doing dresses for my niece Layla. And I have decided to make her a holiday dress. I went through my pattern stash and I actually came up with Butterick 3564, which is this lovely little dress here. It's a jumper type dress that has an underlining dress underneath it. And for this dress, I have had in my stash for quite a while now this lovely red corduroy. And there's not actually quite enough there to make anything for myself, but there's just enough that I think I could squeeze out the jumper part of the dress for Layla. And with this, and it's a very nice bright red corduroy as well. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but it's a very lovely bright red corduroy. And with that, I decided to make a Christmas themed underdress, which theoretically she could wear with the jumper without. But as cold as it's getting now, she probably wants to wear it with the jumper. But I had this Christmas fabric that has these lovely little candy canes on it in this red and green ribbony pattern, which I thought looked lovely with our red corduroy. But after I started thinking about making this, I was like, you know what? You know, the red corduroy, it's not just Christmassy. She could probably get some use out of it later on, so she could wear it, you know, in February for Valentine's. And as it so happens, I also had a little bit of this cotton fabric that has these lovely little hearts on vines. It's just very, very cute and fun. And again, I didn't have a whole lot of it, but I could probably squeeze a little dress out for Layla. So the jumper, the little red corduroy jumper, will be able to mix and match with both of these little underdresses. And so hopefully she'll be able to wear them for both Christmas and Valentine's. So that is one of the projects. And I don't know, the pattern says fast and easy. And I'm not sure. It's got gathers, it's got a collar, it's got cuffs, it's got buttons. It doesn't sound fast and easy, but I'm going to keep my fingers crossed and hope that it will be fast and easy. The last little thing that I want to make mention is I'm actually working on a project for my mom as well. Many of you may have seen some hints of a t-shirt that I actually recently put together. The Delilah top by Sew It With Love. I was a pattern tester for that project and it hasn't officially been released, but we've been able to show some sneak peeks out there on Instagram. And I loved that pattern so much and it was so easy to put together. So I thought I'd make a version for my mom, and she hasn't seen the full version either, so she doesn't know what it looks like. But I went through my stash and I found this gray fabric here. And this is a very nice jersey, and I thought it would be a really nice, easy make, since that shirt pattern is super easy. It's got raglan sleeves. It's a lovely pattern, and hopefully we'll get to talk more about that in the coming weeks when the pattern gets released. But that is a lovely pattern. I do suggest it. I'll even put the link below to Sew It With Love's website, where you can get more information. But I'm going to be making it out of this lovely gray jersey, and I'm actually already planning a second version for me. I've already got it pretty much done. I just got to finish it up, which I made mention also on Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, you better do it, because I show sneak peeks and all sorts of different things. So with that said, that's about it as far as my December sewing plans go. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Akram's Ideas. And as always, don't forget to follow us on social media or subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.